We actually made them.
I'ma bend over in front of him, spread cheeks, let him take a sniff. I might even let him rub the head all over the clip. You try to slide in, I pull out, I bust clips.
Oh. Every night!
24-hour access? Should've made it a 72-hour access early.
Thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video.
An Irvine businessman says he was robbed of his $600,000 watch.
The guy with the black hoodie, he tried to do something with his gun got jammed like twice.
So as California continues its journey down the progressive path of destruction, the law-abiding are running.
I'm telling you, man, look, like I said, I don't know why niggas wear their real shit in these LA places. Watches are supposed to be like something you collect and wear on like red carpets and shit. So if you're ballsy enough to wear that shit outside, a nigga's gonna be ballsy enough to try to take it. Especially when you know wrongs are looking for shortcuts.
Out of time, and they're now being followed from their jobs and from their homes by criminals.
Crazy.
Looking to get paid. Yet while this is happening, scammers are taking over street corners if those corners aren't already being used as places of refuge for the homeless. And as you're about to see, this entire place is headed in the wrong direction all at once.
The victim says the three men were waiting in a parking garage. He opened the door to his Bentley and they...
Dude was wearing a fucking, a Richard Mille. Driving around in a Rolls Royce. Bro, whips like this, I wouldn't even drive, nigga, unless I'm in Miami or something. I'd be in a place so remote in Cali where there would be no rogues around, driving some shit like this. Like, you're literally a moving target when you're doing shit like this. Yeah, like, you had this shit in here?
surrounded him with guns drawn.
You gotta have a whole, like, estate. Where you got electric fences and all types of shit. If you're gonna have cars like that, why the fuck would it be there?
It was a chaotic scene outside the Abbey Food and Bar in West Hollywood Friday night. You see food carts abandoned on the sidewalk. It was in response to community members' complaints about pickpocketing and criminal activity from street vendors.
So many homeless over the past year have been putting themselves on the streets in front of our apartments. We've been getting threatened.
He says numerous reports have been made to the city and that crews...
Oh, these niggas got a whole box house. Look.
We've been getting threatened.
He says...
This shit is a whole box house. They stacked up plywood, went to Home Depot, put tarp over it, and made a house.
Numerous reports have been made to the city and that crews have come out to clean the area, but he says the homeless camps then returned.
I got the phone call at 6 a.m. in the morning by the manager. The manager said, your car got stolen. It's amazing how they get the car started. I have my keys, right? I have two of my keys. Here's the key.
Every time people have been trying to pass by, they just really couldn't.
People who live and work near Avalon Boulevard in South LA say this homeless encampment has become dangerous.
So while all that's going on, look at this. A group of Colombian criminals drilled into a jewelry store, stole $1 million worth of stuff. And what nobody's talking about is, well, this type of crime might seem totally bizarre to most of America. In California, it's just another day at the office. Business as usual in America's largest sanctuary.
Man, they doing GTA heists in Cali.
State, which has made itself a magnet for mayhem as criminals from all across the globe already here illegally hunker down in California for protection. Protection that doesn't just stop local officials from working with ICE, but also extends to bad guys of all backgrounds, including legal residents who are released from California's revolving door jails again and again after they commit crimes that used to result in actual consequences, but now do nothing more than train budding thugs while they plunder the law-abiding.
Damn it, I mean, is it really necessary to be stealing chips? Like, niggas are stealing chips? Look, like I said before, the only way you fix this problem, you have to stop allowing American people to freely have children without applying. I'm telling you, if you don't, you never nullify the problem. Like, you have to be on some futuristic shit where people have to apply and be approved to have children. Because otherwise, I don't see how you stop it. If people could just recklessly have BSBs out of accidents, these niggas grow up and steal chips. They grow up and steal honey buns. Like, why are niggas stealing snacks? This is crazy. Oh shit, nigga, I just came up today. Nigga, I went to the liquor store, got me a gang of shit, bruh. Then when the chips run out, what, you gonna steal more?
The law-abiding, earning a master's degree in criminal activity before they even turn 18 years old. And with the state's defunded sanctuary police totally overwhelmed by this crime tsunami, the only thing the bad guys are worried about here is attempting to rob someone. A different group of criminals got to...
Dan just took his watch and skated. Should have been wearing a fake one, bro.
here is attempting to rob someone. A different
Nigga was fighting. They could have popped him and everything, bro. You should just... Ain't no way in fuck I'd ever wear a real joint in these areas like this. That's red carpet shit.
group of criminals got to first. Which explains the real reason we're seeing such brazen tactics from the bad guys. There's so much crime going on here that if criminals don't move fast, they'll be last. And who do you think suffers from all this? Well, that would be the law-abiding. Businesses that get robbed so often shutting down permanently seems like a smart move. And the law-abiding citizens who can't even walk down the street or leave their office before masked thugs gang up on them. But
and nigga was getting gas and Rogs just pulled out on him.
even walk down the street or leave their office before
Damn.
masked thugs gang up on them. But as you're about to see, even a business that manages to recover from one of these insane robberies, well, they're still probably doomed.
In a massive robbery at a jewelry shop in Los Angeles, burglars tunneling...
I don't understand how motherfuckers even living in LA. Like, if you got money, why are you even living in LA unless it's so fucking far away where you know a black can't even get over there, basically. Or it would just be too much trouble. Or if you put them in a place where you can pop, where you have the advantage.
through the walls of the business next door to get at the store's safe. And then police say the thieves disabled the store's alarm system and cameras so they wouldn't be detected. The owners told NBC Los Angeles they estimate about $500,000 in jewelry.
And they got through the safe, too.
And property were stolen.
What do you think's gonna happen to that store if it ever reopens? What's gonna happen? They're gonna stock it with new inventory, get all new stuff, let all their customers know they're back? Well, the criminals are gonna find out they're back, and then they're gonna come back. And we know thieves robbed this place after staking it out, as they knew where the safe was and how to open it. But there's another angle to this whole crime in California thing that nobody running this place wants to talk about.
Inside this vehicle under arrest, accused of being a part of an international crime operation, traveling to the U.S. to commit burglaries, camouflaging cameras in plants, and using Wi-Fi signal jammers to target homes. Officials tonight saying those 4 men are Colombian nationals and traveled to the U.S. to engage in what authorities now call burglary tourism.
So you've now got people who are essentially criminal tourists. They come to California specifically to plunder it and get away with whatever it is they just did. And the only way to get such insane levels of lawlessness in a place like this is if you go out of your way to help criminals. And in a place where criminals are the victims, what you're about to see should surprise no one. Have you ever finished reading a news story and wondered to yourself, is that really what happened? Because in our insta-news world, it's very easy to get caught in a bubble where you're only...
Niggas coming from Colombia to steal shit from America to go back so that they could have fucking chicken for months on end.
Back to the video.
Someone pulled it on someone tried to tackle a nice lady. It's happening in front of my house.
The target turned out to be a retired professional fighter who was out for a walk with his girlfriend. That retired fighter didn't want to show his face, but he spoke exclusively with NBC4.
Small black sedan pulled up. Guy jumped out with a gun. Came at me and attacked me.
Wow.
I was able to disarm and take the gun from him. I had him pinned down. He was trying to get up.
No, wait! We're not letting him go!
Wow. So this criminal, who is being pinned to the ground here, jumped out of a car and tried to rob the wrong person. But this is happening all the time in California. You got people that are targeting specific individuals or see something on someone's wrist.
Nigga, I'll go to LA in an Under Armour shirt with bead bracelets and a G-Shock. fucking go there. I'm not fucking putting on anything shiny. Nothing shiny. I'm leaving my iPhone at home. Just take the Droid. Shit's crazy, man. You gotta be over there dressed like a tourist, like a broke random fucker or something. Exactly, bro. I'm gonna start wearing G-Shocks and I got all my G-Shocks. I just put on a red G-Shock, Under Armour, regular shorts, just how I am in stream. Just do shit like that.
And just decide that they're gonna strike, revealing that this wasn't some sort of random crime. This was planned out ahead of time. There were multiple people involved. There was a car with a driver. There were people who were supposed to get out and steal something. These are premeditated heists. And some of the watches these people are wearing are incredibly expensive.
Richard Mill Nadal watch. He posted a picture of the watch Sunday on social media.
I have a private Instagram. Sometimes, yeah, I'm posting here and there. I know it's wrong, but this could be part of it. It could be someone that knows me from my social networking.
Very scary.
Irvine police are investigating why the man was targeted as they search for the robbers. They want people to follow a simple rule.
Yeah, with social media, we're all sharing the things in our daily lives, right? And they're kind of breadcrumbs. You know, if you're showing your apartment, you're showing your place of business.
That's crazy. You damn near gotta like kill people now to keep your shit. Remember we seen this video before? They busted the whole place up, but there was like no jewelry in there. Where they like made the old man have a heart attack.
We've decriminalized crime in this state, and we've made it a sanctuary.
You guys see that one shit that happened recently where what they're starting to do is they're starting to pin niggas with felony murder. So felony murder would be like if I was a basic dumb rogue or a muchacho influenced rogue. Or a rogue influenced muchacho. That if I went in there with 5 niggas and robbed the place, right? the owner shot 3 people, I didn't die, they would charge me with felony murder because I caused the murder, so that would be felony murder. So that's a new thing that they're doing now, where they're charging niggas for causing the murders, which I think is a good thing. But really, another way you stop crime, you just gotta start chopping niggas up in pieces or something. Like, you gotta be on some medieval shit because nobody's afraid to not commit these crimes. Like, you gotta do some medieval type shit. Start putting niggas on, what are those things? The scythes or scythes? Where you just got them like this and the shit go...
We need to start putting rogs in camps.
I mean, something's gotta give, bro. Like, yeah, guillotine. Yeah, scythe is a weapon, my bad. But yeah, you gotta start putting niggas in guillotines again. Or do what they do. Remember what they used to do? Like, when you used to watch an old movie and they would, like, cut people's hands off for stealing? They would cut off one of your hands? Like, you gotta do shit like that. You just can't have niggas go to jail, bail out over the weekend, or do 20 days in county, come out. They're gonna do it again. And brag about that they went to jail.
For fugitives, you've got a recipe for lawlessness, which is just taking over this entire society. Why is nobody talking about that? Probably
Look, just going in there stealing snacks.
Taking over this entire
like, is candy, sodas, and chips that important?
Society. Why is nobody talking about that? Probably because it would expose the fact that the things progressives say are good for America probably aren't.
When the gun was wrestled to the ground, I'm the one that went and
These guys are armed too, man.
The apartment fence.
LA County Sheriff's deputies responded and took the gunman into custody, but the getaway driver took off. This incident on Sweetser Avenue in West Hollywood happened less than 2 weeks after a similar story a half mile away. On October 10th, 3 men dressed in all black hopped out of a car on Hacienda Place, then stole a Rolex, wedding ring, and phone from Abram Cortez, who was visiting from San Francisco.
Right, so the interesting thing about that crime
this already. Can't even wear a red wedding ring anymore. You might as well get one of those rubber shits. Look, the wedding rings, what we do now, if we're married, we just open up a drawer and look at it together like, yeah, these are nice, honey. Close the drawer. We just put on those rubber pieces of shit they got on Amazon. Like, you just gotta get with the times. All that cool shit you used to be able to wear in public, right? You just gotta cherish it from home. Like, cherish the shit, throw it, or don't even have it at home no more. Put it in one of your storage units. Like, just go to one of your off storage units and fucking boom. Go admire it sometime. Collect it as a relic. You basically gotta treat things like a relic now. You can't, would you just bring a relic outside? No. You would hide a relic. You would stash a relic. You would have a relic. You would have to treat, basically you have to treat your trinkets, treat your relics like the Ark of the Covenant. Nobody could find it. And then the people that do know where it's at, okay, boom. Okay, I know where it's at. I'll just go fuck with it. Shit's wild. Make it a ban instead. Day 3 of the Red Bull treatment. I'm really proud of myself too.
This individual was visiting. He lived somewhere else, came to this neighborhood, and there were criminals in a car who were strapped, and they just jumped out and robbed him. So some of these crimes could be premeditated, like this former retired fighter who's probably somebody with a decent following online who individuals know about, or this guy that had a $600,000 watch and was showing it out around on Instagram. But for someone who's visiting to be caught up in all this, I mean, that tells you something even more frightening is going on here. It's conceivable that you have criminals who are loaded and ready to go and are on their way to one crime scene and just decided to create another one. And the thing is, these watch heists, you know, if the watch is expensive, you could be looking at maybe a 5-figure payout for that thing. You could be looking at 100,000 or more payout.
Gotta flood the streets with fakes. So every time these niggas steal watches, they think it's fake. You should, like, damn, like, there's a time and a place for everything. Like, would you wear a Gucci shirt to Walmart? So you have to treat your watches and shit the same fucking way.
For that thing, depending on how rare and how valuable it is. But as we've also seen in California...
Was it blacks who stole it? Of course. Very silly question. 9 times out of 10, the thief is gonna be black or a low-class muchacho. But more black than a muchacho. Because usually, you know, for the most part, a muchacho is usually a hard worker. They got cool union jobs. They speak 2 languages, so on and so forth. There really be niggas out here that are dumb as fuck. Don't have a community too. So usually, yeah. Not all of them. I mean, yeah, they get influenced if they kick it around too many niggas for sure.
Stealing jewelry. Well, apparently
I'm talking about Mexicans. I'm not talking about like all these niggas coming from all those other Latin countries.
It's just as easy to do this for criminals here inside jewelry stores themselves. And lately there have been several
all Rolex. I can tell by the way they're running their Rolex.
Jewelry stores themselves. And lately there have been several high-profile heists which took
But right here, let me see.
place when these stores were
these are all niggas. I can tell by the way they're moving.
open while workers were inside. But now the question is, how are they learning and perfecting these skills?
It's a wake-up call Stefan Wendell says he never expected. First hearing the news, then seeing these surveillance videos. Thieves stealing his 2017 Dodge Charger Daytona 392
Crazy.
from the shared garage of the Studio City apartment building that he's lived in for almost 20 years.
It's amazing how...
Yeah, so he had a car like this, but was living in an apartment for 20 years.
how they get the car started. I have my keys, right? I have two of my keys. Here's the key, here's one of my keys, and I have another key here, so I don't know how they did it.
Also unclear. So what's fascinating about this is even
this ain't a rug either. It's one of these muchachos in a fake spider hoodies that they be slanging them on fucking Instagram.
We're not talking about millions of dollars in jewelry getting stolen here. These thieves, they're committing the exact type of crime that prepares them to do everything else we've covered in this video, whether it's sneaking up and taking somebody to the cleaners on the side of the road or cleaning out a business that people work decades to establish. Because here we see them entering a garage, which is a secure facility. It's got a gate you can't enter without permission. There are cameras everywhere. There are lights on. You've got to move quickly. And it is not inconceivable that the people disabling jewelry store alarms got started disabling car alarms. You see how this works? We've got progressively higher rates of crime at all levels here in what I like to call the looters pyramid. So here we have the looters pyramid, and at the top, you've got your multi-million-dollar heists, your jewelry store robberies. Underneath that, you've...
It's crazy how what people would do for a fast buck. And it's like, it's not something that's gonna set you up for life. That's the crazy thing. It's not like this shit is gonna set you up for life too. Like, you just basically gotta keep robbing for life. Let's just say if you get a score for like 50 bands, like how long is that 50 gonna last you? Like, then once the bread gets low, you're like, damn, so what's the next motherfucking hustle, gang? Like, I don't know, nigga, like, let's figure some shit out. Listen, nigga, we ran out of 50. Nigga, that shit was left. What's the next motherfucking? And then boom, now you niggas all get agitated. Now you trying to figure out the next shit you can rob, like.
got your...
Then on top of that, you get a high off committing scams and doing robberies and shit too. Like, once you do a lot of them, it starts to give you a rush. So that's what makes motherfuckers do it too. Then it becomes fun.
Armed robberies for your $600,000 watches. Beneath that, you've got your home robberies, which, you know, depending on how much gets stolen from a home, could be anywhere from 5 figures or more. Usually those happen when people aren't home. And then down here at the bottom, you've got your auto thefts, which are probably a step up from robbing like a candy store or something. But the cars that get stolen down here are used to commit this crime, and this crime, and this crime. How do you think all these drivers have getaway cars? How do you think they've got a vehicle that they're not afraid to drive?
GTA 6 will help niggas. Everything influences people to steal rap music. Put it like this. If none of the riches were broadcasted in hip-hop, why would people steal it? If it was something you didn't see 24/7, how could you desire it? When human beings are a depictive species. If you don't see it, you don't see it, you don't want it, right?
Drive down the street and jump out of while they're robbing somebody. Those cars are stolen too. You see how this works? Criminals get experience doing the wrong thing, which makes them more effective criminals, something society does not need, and then they can use the thing that they just stole to do something worse with it.
Threw my keys down and I started giving them my things.
It is unknown if these two incidents are related. Still, the news has neighbors concerned.
But for someone to be robbed at gunpoint at 1 p.m. in
Right.
daylight on a Wednesday is freaky and very scary. What is your message to the community?
Stay vigilant and keep your head on a swivel.
Stay safe. Be prepared. You know, California makes it tough to carry a gun, but, you know, if everybody had a gun, this wouldn't happen.
Oh! You know, he has a point. These criminals all seem to have...
Then you know what's crazy? I heard they were fucking discontinuing the sale of Glocks in January. So the way the makers of Glock, right, would have to get away with it, they'd have to make a specific perfect handgun just for niggas in Cali. So I don't know what the fuck. Obviously the criminals are still gonna have theirs, but what about the law-abiding citizens?
Weapons. Now, of course, anyone who goes out and obtains a weapon should do it legally. You should get the proper training. You should get the proper license. You should abide by all of the laws. But the real problem here is that the police are just 10 steps behind, and it's not even their fault. They have been disabled as an effective force for policing these communities because there are so many criminals here, they just can't be everywhere at once. I mean, every week we've got people getting robbed by a drive-by crew of professionals on the side of the road in these rich neighborhoods. We've had a whole bunch of jewelry heists lately that have just absolutely...
I think I've seen this mall too, right? What is this? Is this a mall? Yeah, this is a mall.
In these rich neighborhoods, we've had a whole bunch...
I could have sworn I've, like, been in this place before.
Jewelry heists lately that have just absolutely shocked
Niggas in here with fucking...
everyone who hears about them because they're so brazen.
What the fuck are these Minecraft things called again? Some sort... I forgot what it's called. A pickaxe, yeah.
Then all this stuff's happening in broad daylight. Meanwhile, all this crime is taking place in areas of the country that like to tell us they're perfect and they don't have a crime problem.
Gasparino reads in part, quote, "The number of felonies in Chicago, not to mention New York, Los Angeles, and Portland, Oregon, is declining only because woke prosecutors are knocking down felonies to something less severe for political reasons," DOJ sources
Fascinating.
say. It looks like the Democrats are trying to get voters to ignore reality, and Evita, it looks like they...
Yeah, bro. Dems just... I don't know what's up with Dems. Like, you're not gonna vaporize niggas for doing this type of shit? I don't understand what's going on.
just got caught.
Yes, and I understand why they would want to, because our cities are dying. They are dying. When I was a student at the University of Chicago, which is the south side of Chicago, classmates of mine were on their way to and from class.
Yeah, and these are places that tell us they don't have a crime.
Yeah, the only way to fix this, Trump gotta bring the National Guard in and start fucking niggas up. Like, yeah, that's basically it.
Problem, but there's a big difference between official crime statistics and crime that's actually happening, and this perfectly explains what that is. For example, this person that was tackled while he was trying to rob someone with a weapon. Well, everyone knows what this person did. He's on camera, he was caught with a weapon. There are massive amounts of evidence which could be used to convict this individual of the crime that they committed, which is armed robbery. But what are prosecutors gonna do with that evidence? Are they gonna look at it and say, this may not be sufficient to charge this individual with armed robbery? They're gonna find some way to not prosecute this person. They're gonna disregard charges. They're gonna drop everything that the guy really did. And this is gonna become a misdemeanor at the end of the day. And then what's gonna happen? Nobody's gonna go to jail. Nobody's gonna lose their freedom. These thugs will be back out on the streets. The getaway driver escaped in that instance. We got a big problem here in California. And progressive policies aren't fixing it. The only thing these criminals understand are jails and jumpsuits. What do you think about that? Thanks for watching.
Shit, gotta understand beheadings. If somebody knew that they were gonna lay there in public and get their top sliced, then maybe they wouldn't do the crime. Imagine if for doing this, you got beheaded. You think people would still be doing these crimes? No. And the fact that there's niggas in the chat saying, no, bro, no, you're a part of the problem. Since when do criminals get leeway? In the past, right? In all the past regimes, criminals got it the worst. We're talking about beefcake, castrations, beheadings, all types of shit. Brutal this, brutal that. And it made people abide. Hold up.
Dogs used to be hung by them saplings, you know they don't care. We too far gone now.
Man, wait till we get to the Twitter shit. Their rogues need to be blah 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 blah. Yeah, nobody knows what rogues are, so if you say, I mean, you should probably say rogues. You gotta start doing better code words. Saying shit like rogues used to be you can't even say that. Rogues used to be cowboy. Get it? You gotta use your imagination. I don't want you to lose your account, bro. Hold on, let me grab my food.
Say bomb! When I say bomb! When I say bomb! When I say bomb!